Hello and welcome back to the Folkestone Invicta save, and there it is in all of its glory. Folkestone 1, Barcelona 0, Champions League winners, which is absolutely fantastic, absolutely brilliant. The save is now complete. So what we're going to do in this episode is have a quick review of what's happened, who's won what, where some players have gone, what's happened during the whole save, pretty much. Obviously, let's start with our club, because we've got a new microphone here as well, so hopefully the voice comes through a little bit clearer. Our club, our little Folkestone Invicta. We took over. When you think about it, in 16 years, it's absolutely incredible what we've achieved. It is absolutely incredible. This is where it all started. The Bet Victor Ishman Premier Division in 2019-20. We didn't win it. We went up third behind Chess Hunt, who have now gone down below that division. And Hornchurch won it, who also beat us in the EFL Trophy, if I remember rightly. They went to the Vanarama the Vanarama North or South, and then got relegated from there, went on a bit of a spiral down to the north, back up into the Premier Division Central, and then have stayed around there. So I think it's fair to say we fared better than anybody else from the Ishman Premier Division. We then went to the Vanarama National Regional League South and finished third behind Hemel Hempstead, who have not done very much in their career, and Barnet, who they got up. They've been in League 2. They dropped down National League South, got all the way back up to League 2 again, stayed in League 2 for a while, then went on a catastrophic drop again, won the National League South, and have just got promoted back into League 2. So we finished third, didn't get through the playoffs, and then went and won it the next season, where we beat Bath City in second place, who have just hung around the Vanarama National South Division, and Concord Rangers, who I don't think have done much. They went up to the National League and promptly came back down again. So, yeah, so that was good. And then we were in the Vanarama National League, which we got promoted to from first position, and then went and won it. In the first season of being there, we beat Crewe to the title, who finished second back-to-back, bless them. But in 2022-23, they finally got out into League 1 and then sort of have been a yo-yo sort of team in League 1. We also beat Aldershot Town to the trophy as well, to the title. Went up all the way to League 1 and then have settled in League 2 in recent years. But what did we do after that? We went back-to-back. We went first, and then third in Sky Bet League 2, getting promotion behind Plymouth and Port Vale. Port Vale absolutely annihilated it. We lost 11 games and still got promoted, which is quite impressive. Plymouth, since then, have been, they've been up and down, really, but nothing higher than League 1. And Port Vale, I don't think were very good. No, Port Vale, they got up, they stayed up, and then they really crashed down, and they've just been relegated out of the Football League this season, which is absolutely dreadful for them. But yes, so we went up through League 2, finishing third. League 1, we finished fifth, and then we finished third, and then we won it. So, as you can see, we won it as champions quite convincingly, beating Cardiff and Doncaster to get to the championship. Obviously, the season before that, we finished third, lost to Barnsley in the playoffs. And the season before that, we finished fifth, losing to AFC Wimbledon in the playoffs. Or one of them, I think, may have actually been in the semi-final. But in this year, so Cardiff, what have they been doing? Cardiff have been hanging around the championship pretty much ever since they got back into it. And Doncaster were championship down, up, and they've just got down again. So, yeah, and getting into the championship is what sort of propelled us in, surviving the first season of the championship, finishing 15th, which is the lowest we ever finished in any division ever, which is quite impressive. We survived there with 60 points, only for the next season to come and romp it behind Brighton. 99 points for Brighton, 95 for us. We got to the promised land of the Premier League. And to be honest, we just invested brilliantly in the Premier League. So first season in the Premier League, 14th. Man City won it that year. Next season, we promoted up to 7th. Man City won it again. We went into the Europa Conference League. Then we got 7th and got into the Europa League. And we were just starting to then form up now and get to where we finished. As 5th, we got 68 points with Man United winning the title into the Europa League, but we won it and got into the Champions League. Then we won the league with 95 points. That is a huge jump. We went from 68 to 95, winning the league by 12 clear points, only losing 5 games, only drawing 2, winning 31. A goal difference by far and away better than anybody else in the league. We absolutely run the Premier League. And then this season, the next season, we did back-to-back, and won it there as well. 87 points, winning it by a point. And then this season, we finished 2nd, but more importantly, we won the Champions League. So if we go and have a look at all the competitions we have won, let's go all the way down here. So 99 before us, that was before us. Can we do it in... I want to do it in like date order, but I don't think we can. So we have won 1 Champions League, which was this year. We were winners in the Europa League in 2034, 2035, runner-up in 2036. That doesn't make sense because we won the Champions League in 2036. Oh, no, hang on. Yes, right, sorry. We didn't win the Europa League. Why did I think we won the Europa League? Oh, that's disappointing. I thought we won the Europa League. Anyway, we've won the Champions League once, 2036. We've won the Premier League twice, 2034, 2035. We were runner-up in the Europa League in 2036. No, we weren't. Because we... Oh, I'm being an idiot. We won the Premier League in 2036. We've won the Champions League in 2036. We've won the Premier League in 2034, 2035, and came runner-up in 2036. We won the Europa League in 2034. We won the UEFA Super Cup in 2034. We won the Emirates FA Cup 3 times in a row, 34, 35, 36. We were runners-up in the Sky Bet Championship in 2029. We won the Europa Conference League in 2032. We won the Carabao Cup in 2034. So 2034 was a very successful season. We won the Premier League, the Europa League, the Super Cup, the FA Cup, and the Carabao Cup. Brilliant. Sky Bet League 1, we won it in 2027, and 2026 came 3rd. We won the Community Shield in 2034 and 2035. The Sky Bet League 2, we won it 3rd place, in 2024. Vanarama National League 2023. Leasing.com Trophy, runners-up 2025. We never won the bloody thing. Builder Base FA Trophy, winner 2023. Runners-up 2020. The National League South, we won it in 2022. 3rd place 2021. And then Ishman Premier Division, 3rd place 2020. And that's it. Everything before that, I think. The Southern Counties East Football League 2036. 1998. The Under-18s Premier League Cup, we came runner-up in 2036. Very, very interesting then. So if we go and look at the transfers that happened over time, transfer history, let's go all the way back to our first season where 0 money in, 0 money spent, 0 money created through transfers. Lots and lots and lots of change happened in these early seasons. There are still a few people that are around. Georgios Kyriakou, who we bought in on a free transfer from Cyprus, has never left England. And has always got to the heights of the National League South and played a great number of games. He's become a bit of a Chelmsford stalwart, so he's still going. It's very rare that you get someone from the first season. Is he? Oh no, there's more. William Ward, remember him, the striker? He's still at Braintree. We sent him on loan to Maidenhead, then he went to Braintree and he stayed there ever since. 30 goals in 40 appearances in that season. That's beautiful. And now, just hanging around the National League North and South as Braintree switched between the two, which I don't quite understand. But William Ward's there. Jamie Jelly can't still be playing. He's a manager. Jamie Jellis has gone on to be a manager after just retiring this season. Still with Dulwich Hamlet, who we bought. He was our first money purchase, £500. He was a loney. Bought him in, and then we got promoted and he didn't do very well, so we sent him on a free transfer to Dulwich Hamlet. But yeah, Jamie Jellis is now a manager, and Brian O'Connor, Northern Irish. This guy, I remember when we got him in and we were like, oh my God, he's going to be so good. His potential is going to be amazing. Yeah, not really. We've got released him on a 3 to Thatcham and he stayed there. Good to see these sort of players hanging around, to be honest. Good to see them hanging around. Odyssey Spy Rides was always one that disappointed, wasn't he? Retired at 22. After we released him, he was retired. Bless him. Bless Spy Rides. But okay, let's carry on into next season. Was there anyone that we? Josh Vincent was huge, but no, yeah, all these players have long retired. So into the next season, David Agbatoma, the centre back. It's really good seeing all these players again. Still playing for Beaconsfield at the age of 34. He's been there since he's gone. Again, a stalwart, absolute stalwart, playing very well in the Bet Victor Premier Division South. Was relegated with them, but yeah, again, was played really well for us in the National League South. Didn't quite make the cut when we made it up. He actually had a very good season in League 2, but we must have then just replaced him, done well. Jacob Gardner-Smith is now a director of football, but not a very good one. And he was Bromley, then to Dorking, again, hung around the National League South. But yeah, it's good. Ibsen Rossi, the player we sold and bought back, I think, if I remember rightly. Career note, profile. Began his career at AFC Bournemouth, failed to make a league appearance, joined Folkestone Invicta making 29 appearances, but it didn't last long. He joined Trapani for 20k, and then he rejoined Folkestone Invicta, but managed just one league appearance. And then moved back to Italy. Oh, he was a good player. He was really good when we got him in. I remember that. But yeah, it was Chindu McKenzie. We bought him in. I remember him because they've signed him in real life, so we thought we'd bring him in, and he did pretty well for us as well. 8 goals in 24 appearances. TJ Bramble was good, wasn't he? He was right, I'm going to try and guess this before we click on his name. He was from the Caribbean. He wasn't Barbadian. He's the one that's got a light blue flag with yellow on it. Bermudan? Was he Bermudan? Antigua and Barbados. Oh, Antigua and Barbados. I should have gone Barbados. 42 appearances, 1 goal, and then retired at the age of 23 after not finding a club after we released him, which is a shame. I thought he would have picked up a definite another club there. Mikhail Makahanzi. We can't even click on him. He didn't do anything. Jamie Maskell, hashtag United. Remember that? We sold him. Bought him in from hashtag. Sold him to Boston. Oh, good times looking back over all these players, to be honest. And then outs, we did make some sales. It was the year we sold loads of players to FC United. Rio Glean did well for them. He really played a lot of appearances for them. We had, was it the year after we sold someone for like 6k to them? The right winger that we had from Arsenal, I think we picked up on a free. Oh, we'll have a look at some of these players, but none of them. Max Robson is still going. Centre midfielder, I think we played him. Via Meia, out in Portugal. Oh yeah, we sold him in Portugal and he's just stayed in Portugal. Fair play. I bet he's having a lovely life out in Portugal, to be honest. But Max Robson was there. Casper, we bought him in. He was a great goalkeeper for us, Casper, in this early stage. Bashir Humphreys at the back. Who would have thought he'd have the career he did for us? 188 appearances. The Ugandan, he was really good. Oh my word, this is really fun looking over all of these. And then, yeah, that's when we sold Rossi. We sold Yassin Robert to Trapani as well. What a shame we can't click on him. And 11.5k we sold Max Robson. So obviously he must have come in and had a really good season for us. We got him from Spurs. 6.98, 27, 7 goals, 1 assist, 3 player of the matches. He obviously had a big potential that was never really fulfilled once we got him in from Spurs. But yeah, really, really good stuff. Oh, it's great looking back over this. Thank you for the recommendations. Go and do stuff like this. It was really good. And this is where we started to have the pulling power of bringing in people that were ex-Premier League youngsters, and we could do things with, to be honest. So let's have a look at the players that are still playing. Darren Boateng is at Armandford, who must be lower league. Oh, lower league Wales, wow. Playing well for them. Bangor City, is he Welsh? He must be Welsh, yeah. So he's moved back towards his homeland, which is good to see. His homeland is just across the border. Stansfield, oh, he scored so many goals for us, didn't he? 71 goals in 182. He was a great little pickup from Fulham. Really good signing there. Josh Okocha is still playing. Oh no, director of football, again, not a very good one. But he moved to Boston, from Fleetwood to Tranmere to Boston. So he was up in League 2, so he did well. He played in League 2 for us and hung around in League 2. Very nicely done, Josh. There's a few people here. It's Luca Coco, ahead of youth development. Again, not a very good one. But Bradford, he then got a money move to Hereford in League 2. Promptly got relegated with them. Luca Coco, that sounds like a nickname. Remove nickname. Luca Cocoriccio. No wonder I gave him a nickname of Luca Coco. Much easier to say. Marta Taylor Crossdale. 28 goals in 88. He then got 28 in 121 for Carlisle. We sold him, didn't we, for quite big money, I think. Wasn't it like 60k? It was taken on loan at Carlisle. Yeah, he was on a loan to buy, wasn't he? Bloody hell. All these players. Graciak, goalkeeper. He's still playing at Lechia Gdansk, oh no, we couldn't renew his contract. That was it. And he moved to a League 1 Poland team. Did really well, but they got relegated. Then they got promoted. He played better in League 1 and then has stayed in League 2 and now isn't really playing. What a shame. Again, he was quality for us. Him and Casper were fighting it out, weren't they, at the time in goal, which is absolutely brilliant. Then Jayden Harris, 208 appearances, 16 goals in central midfield for Jayden Harris. He was really good. Oh my word, what a team. This is amazing. I've got a big smile on my face seeing this. So Jack Spong went on loan to Hashtag United, and then we sold him for 4k. William Ward left. Gardner Smith went to Bromley. He's now director of football. He had 2 years at us and then moved on. After he used to be playing in Zenit as well. Not too much happened on the outs there, did it? Just the Jack Spong. We brought in a few people. And then, yeah, this is when we got our cash out and we were launching dollar bills everywhere. I mean, yeah, £500 for Jamie Jellis. Harry Woodward at right back. Oh, my word. He retired after playing for us. How did he not find another club? He was superb. He was brilliant for us at right back, Harry Woodward. Got quite a few people here. Oh, can you remember this guy? Jose Luis Ocez. We got him in on loan and then tried to get him again. And Everton bought him, I think, for big money. Yeah, well, big money. 57k. That was big money for us at the time. Had a pretty crap season and they still bought him in. Then went to Almira. Cadez paid 350k for him. And then Deportivo lived around 75. And he's never been higher than a second division club. Bloody again, when we brought him in, I was really excited. We've got someone on loan from Barcelona. It was incredible. Oh, wow. Maximus Rigby, central midfielder, I think. Yeah, Leeds United. Still playing at Atletico Malaveria in Portugal. We paid 1.5k for him. Bloody hell. Only 9 appearances for us. Didn't impress once again. Brandon Avriado, who I'm very, very tempted to sign on my FIFA save, is now a non-contract player at Vidago. Again, came in on loan, 24 appearances, didn't do brilliantly, but then moved to AFC Wimbledon, played a little bit better in a higher division, struggled in the Championship, struggled in League 1, and then has pretty much struggled all around until he's dropped down to non-league for Vidago. But it's good to see he's still playing. It's good to see he's still going. Terry Scott, Southampton, is now playing at Barnet. Only 30 years old. Got him in on loan. Did all right. Stayed at Southampton. Made an appearance in the Premier League. And then cut his losses. And Boston United and Barnet took over. Daniel... I can't remember Daniel Nkui. He can't have played that much for us up front. He's pretty good, to be honest. 2 appearances. That's why I don't remember him. So we don't need to focus on him too much. But he's been a bit of a journeyman. going round the houses. And again, we didn't sell anyone for money. Darren Boateng went on loan, and Dan Cashman, who went on loan to Fylde and then moved for a free transfer to Fylde. And then going into 2024-25, right, 14.5k, 105 million we sold here. So Stan Flaherty moved to Notts County for 7.5k. Didn't really hit the heights that he was doing for us. He was a great signing from Arsenal and Kings. He scored against us, didn't he? He scored against us in a cup final or a cup semi-final. So we just went out and bought him in the next season. I remember that. Jamie Maskell sold to Boston United. Big money sale there. The guy we bought him from #United, who we've already looked at. And then 50k, Tom Lapsill moved to QPR. Can't click on him. I think he was an ex-Spurs guy. We bought him in and then sold him for 50k. Zeki Friars to Carlisle. And Tyler Reid for 12k. Only made 22 appearances. He was a right back, a very good right back, if I remember. Tyler Reid came in there. We bought in Harry Charsley. He went on and played for Rotherham, Shamrock Aldershot. I think we sold him to Rotherham for some money as well. Harry Charsley, big fan of his in Football Manager. I use him quite a lot. Juanma Prado we bought in. He went back to Real Madrid and then retired at the age of 22, which is a shame. Jan Danda came in. Tony Weston, he's still playing. He was a striker. He was pretty good for us, I think, if I remember rightly. 11 in 23, and then he couldn't hit those heights again. 22k, we sold him to Boston as well. Bloody hell. Batistuta Kokubinski. Oh, remember this guy? He's still playing at the age of 35. We bought him in on loan and then bought him in on a free, and he was absolutely brilliant in League One. Look at that. Absolutely brilliant. Maybe not the goals, but the ratings, making things tick over. And he stayed with us for a while, and then he's gone back to Argentina, which is really good to see. Well done, Kokubinski. We trained him as a left wing back occasionally. Oh, man. What a save. What a save. It's so good to review all this stuff. This is going to be quite a long episode because obviously we're reviewing quite a lot of things. But we didn't spend any money the next season but bought in 11.5k. So Taylor Crossdale, 6.5k after his loan. And Kasper moved for 5k to Swindon Town. Grasiak moved to the Polish team, this one. And Fernando Cabrera moved to Atlanta, which seems like a strange thing. We bought him in on a free. He never settled. And then immediately moved straight back to Argentina and stayed in Argentina. Fair play to him. We must have bought him in. Oh, Arta Ionita. Shame we can't look at him. He's class. Will Dennis, the goalkeeper, is now a goalkeeping coach. £7 million we sold him for. Oh, my God. He had one season as the first choice keeper, then got sold, and then just sort of have gone to the wilderness after and then he retired. For a free transfer, we got £7 million for him. Bloody hell! I didn't remember that. I'm shocked. Shocked by it all. Douglas Costa, Christian Benteke. Oh my word! How did I forget these players coming in? Douglas Costa moved to Folkestone. Oh my word! How did I forget this? Sam Byram, Nicholas Belloni, the striker. Oh. Incredible stuff, this. Absolutely incredible. Callum Davies, he's still playing at Man City. He had a really good career. We picked him up, didn't we, on a free. 9 million to Man City. We tried to buy him back around here, but he moved to Bournemouth. And then Man City bought him back for a huge fee as well. Bloody hell. Douglas Costa. Incredible. Eric Anan, he was good in the early days for us. Oh. We went through it here. We had some good times. £2.8 million we spent this season. And a lot of people that are still playing as well. Jason Roberts joined on a free transfer. Now at MacArthur FC. Never really hit the heights that we probably hoped. Tony Pilic joined. He's at Atletico Madrid. We put on a free, sold for £8 million. He didn't even play a game for us. Sold for £8 million to Brighton, who got £18 million for him, who then got £30.5 million. Bloody hell, maybe we cashed in on him a bit too soon. Alin Lazar is now at C. Sambadale. Or Sambadel. Oswald Vold didn't make it. Tony Weston, we've talked about. Matteo Volpato, we bought in on loan from Udinese. Still at Padova. Now, unbelievable stuff. Roman, can you remember him from Velez for $1 million? Still playing at Newcastle, so still having a very good career. We sold him for a loss, and that was an error because he turned into a very good player. Couldn't cut it in the Championship, but he's doing all right now for Newcastle. Ibrahim Sissoko, Carlos Esteban Trotta to Porto we sold for £15 million after bringing him for 1.2. Bloody hell. You can see where we started making our money. We invested our money quite well. Kokubinski joined for a free. Steve Milner for £275k, who we then sold to Hull for £20 million. That was brilliant. That was absolutely superb. He had a great season for us in the Premier League. Thomas McKenzie from Leicester is now a loan manager, an unemployed loan manager at 31. And Mike Alexander Alkelson, we got him on a free transfer. We sold him to Newcastle for £13 million, and he's now at Crystal Palace plying his trade. He was all right. He was a decent centre-back. He could have gone on to be something very good, I think, if he had got a lot of football. And on the outs, £9 million. Callum Davies was sold, and Ryan Clampin was sold as well. Into 2027-28, this is where I think we went a bit crazy, bringing in free transfers from other clubs. Taras Ponomarev, I remember him. We sold him to Leeds, I think. Yeah, £6 million. We started picking up these youngsters from Man United, Man City, Tottenham, Tottenham, Arsenal, places like that. Ruben Medina was brilliant. Carlos Mas was a disappointment. Bertie joined for 140k. And then we sold him on for 235. Bloody hell. All these players. It's so good to see. Really, really good. Mike Cooper's a goalkeeper. We bought him for 74k. Matteo Mariani, right back. Yeah, right back, right winger. 2.4, sold him for 2.5. Now playing at Cardiff. Oh, it's so good to see. £8 million for Tony Pulisic. We've looked at him. Roman to Boca Unidos 875. Harry Charsley we sold to Rotherham. Tony Weston to Boston United. Alexander Ackelson for £30 million. And Luznig went out on loan as well for a bit of a fee, as did Stansfield. 28-29. Money starts to go up. £32 million we got in. Ponomarev, £6 million. Brett Bridge, £5 million. He's still there. Is he their first choice goalkeeper? No, he's never been their first choice goalkeeper. What a crap investment that was. Leeds United. Absolutely terrible. Who else? We must £20 million, Steve Milner. So yeah, the fees were going up. We were getting into the higher echelons here. So Callum Bacon bought in on a free transfer from Chelsea, now at MacArthur FC. So you've gone to Australia, Callum. That's where you've gone to end your career, or well, play your career. You're not near the end of it at the moment. Brett Higgins, you are at Minnesota, so you've gone to America on a free transfer. We couldn't renew your contract, so off you went to America, and you're forging quite a career for yourself out in the MLS, which is quite good to see. Ian Allen as well, Man United. He is now at Walsall, so staying in English football, which again, good to see. Good to see that you're doing there. We had Matteo Silva coming, Carlos Mas, Bandiera. Oh my God, remember how many goals he scored? He had one phenomenal season for us, didn't he? 14 and 36. Okay, it wasn't that good, but 14 and 36. Fired us up into the Premier League. Then struggled, and we got £15 million for him, so I'll take that after bringing him in on a free transfer. Ken Wynn, you were bought in. You're out on loan at Lille. You're still a Folkestone player technically, and you're still doing pretty damn well for the loan clubs you've been on. I reckon we're going to do a 10 years in the save episode after this one, and I reckon Ken Wynn would have got appearances for Folkestone. I reckon they would have played him. Derek Murphy, we bought you in. You now play for a £31 million rated left winger at Stade Rennais. Never really given a chance at Folkestone, but you have made a little career for yourself out in France, which is good to see. Gio here is who is back now watching the channel. A very good striker. Southampton have got you. £8 million they paid for you. Good to see how the Patreons have progressed in their career. No one's really had a bad career in terms of Patrons, but Victor, Revan, can you remember Revan? Oh my word, we got him on a free from Spurs. He was ridiculously good. Sold to Hull City, who seem to buy a lot of our players, for 31.5 million, and then they've just sold him to Grêmio. He's still playing in Brazil. He was superb. Christian Weinecke as well at right back, centre back. He didn't look too bad. We lost him on a free to Poland, or the Lech Poznan in Poland. So many good players. Richard Peltier, we bought him for £3 million. I think, did we make a loss on him? No, we got a slight profit, 3.2. Absolutely superb stuff. £4 million for Ibrahim Cisse. Didn't do very well for us. And yeah, the outs, we've gone through them very briefly. 2029-30, £98 million spent. So we bought in Patrick Sigurd Gunnarsson, the goalkeeper, for £3 million, who we then sold on, 3.8, who we sold on to Union Berlin. A good couple of performances for us in there. £4 million. Russell McEachran joined. Didn't really get too much of an opportunity. 1 season, 28 games, did all right. Sold him on for a healthy profit to Hertha Berlin. Who's up next? £20 million. Sylvan Berger. What a centre-back. He still is an elite centre-back. £20 million, £86 million, £66 million of profit. But he is superb for Fiorentina. So good to see him doing well as well. Javier Cheer, we know he's still here. Solberg, the other goalkeeper. We bought 2 PSG goalkeepers that year. Dominic Bunga, £30 million. What a player he turned out to be. We sold him for £54 million to China. And he's probably regretting that decision now, because he could have been a Premier League winner for us. Could have been a Premier League winner. We brought in Marshall Kenny, the left back. We brought in Medina from Boca Juniors, who was just absolutely brilliant. Sold him for 20 million yet to Nottingham Forest. That was relatively recently. Who's not doing well for Forest this year. And we brought in Sigalani for 13 million, which was turned out to be a big waste of money. We took a big loss on him after a few seasons. It was £95 million starting, £98 million starting to spend the money that we bought in. And then we sold a number of players. Cisse, Owen Jordan, Mariani, Will Dennis, Kingsley Sarake for £20 million to Hull. Again, Hull buying loads of money. He's still at Hull, just on loan at Cardiff. So he's still going. We had any other big outs? 1.5 million Costanzo to Arsenal de Sarande in Argentina. And then 30, 31, 65 million spent, £103 million bought in. So Alexandre Perez went to Young Boys Bern, a good attacking midfielder. Now at Zenit, still doing pretty well and worth quite a lot in his career. We sold Matteo Silva to Hyundai Motors in Korea, who still could potentially pay us more of that. 3.2 million we got for Peltier, 15 million for Carlos Esteban Trotta, 32 million for Sam Stockton. He never really hit the heights, did he? We bought him in for a free. 32 million we got for him. He had a loan spell at Betis where he did very well in La Liga. Tried to play at Atletico Madrid, didn't work. They sold him 7.25, and now he's having a bit of a career in Holland with PSV. He seems to be doing okay. But yeah, so that was a big sale out. 15 million done that one. 32, 10 million. Russell McEachran, 500k, 10.75 Larea. So yeah, a little bit of changes here and there. And the people we bought in: Sleepless Master, Man United, now at Plymouth, staying in the UK as well at centre back, having a pretty good season. Have we got any other Patreons that joined around this sort of time? I don't think Josh Thomas is a Patreon. No, he's not. But he's at Galatasaray now. He was a right wing, wasn't he? I think we'll see about him later. We got a lot of money for him. Uwakwe, Ridvan Osmani, and Adam Ida, 23.5 million. Bloody hell. I mean, that was probably a waste of money, looking back on it. It was probably not the soundest investment, but we were in the Premier League and I thought we needed to get some experience in. Jordan Vincent on a free from Juventus, who we then sold for £35 million. Bloody hell. Amir Abel, who never really cut it, but went on to Valencia. To be fair, we got £32 million for him from Anderlecht. Incredible purchases we made here. Yeah, Josh Thomas we bought in. He then moved on. Diallo we got in on a free, but he then moved. And Ridvan Osmani. The person I reckon that won has got us to the stage of being able to win the Champions League is Ridvan Osmani. I think he's absolutely incredible. Probably one of the best players I've ever had on Football Manager. And then, yeah, the 103 million that we recouped from sales. Unbelievable stuff. Kenwin started his loans as well in this season. So 31-32, 280 million pounds we spent on bringing in new talent. 201 million pounds out the door. Diallo left. Claudio Roberto left. We must have some big ones. Some other big ones here. Jordan Pickering left to Hull. Bobby Wilkinson. Donny van der Beek, who we bought in on a free, we sold for money. Horatio Pereira, 25 million. Revan, Hull City, 31.5 million. 6 million for Bobby Wilkinson. Yeah, incredible sales there. 8.5 million we paid for Gashi. That looks like an absolute steal now. 23 years old, 65 million pounds. 8.5 million pounds bought him. Look at that. What a player. That could be potentially the best investment we've ever made for 8.5 million pounds. We bought in Bruno Fernandes for 34 million from Benfica. One season wonder, 30 in 38 and then 2 in 20, and we still managed to get a £3 million profit for him. And it's not really worked for him in Burnley for Bruno Fernandes. Ezquil Marin, we bought him for 26.5 million. He then also joined the train, joining China, 56 million pounds for him. He got us through a couple of seasons, playing pretty well. We bought in, this is where we started making scenes, wasn't it? We bought in Pablo Diego, Ramos, Paulo Cesar, Pablinho, Firmino, Basega, James Taylor and Gunnlaugson for 93 million. That transfer window there, that's the basis of the team which pretty much won us the league and the Champions League. Gunnlaugson still here, Taylor still here, Firmino still here, Pablinho I think we've sold, Paulo Cesar was still here, Diego's still here, and we've just sold him actually to PSG, didn't we? And Ramos still here as well. What a season that is. Oh, Jan Petrick. There's another patron. Oxford United, so you're still hanging around in UK football as well, which is good in the Championship. So our patrons are doing very well in their careers. But yeah, this is where we really stepped it up now. 100 million spent. Charlie Chalk, what a signing he was. Mariba, great signing. Dumamuth, not too good. He went. Scott Beattie, you are currently at Folkestone, central defender, listed for loan, Italian. Always fancied an Italian, Scott. And Joe Page is here as well. Both signed from Arsenal, looking very good. Vietnamese international, currently on loan at Wigan, but you've got some decent potential in you as well, I think, Joe. So that's good to see. You're doing well for Wigan. And on the outs then, 161 million. Josh Thomas, 11 million, possibly rating to 13.5. Marin moved to China. Alan Murphy moved 70 million. Anthony Bonin moved to Arsenal, now at Fiorentina. They took a bit of a hit on him. It was all right, but he never really set the world alight for us, and we could definitely improve. So Bonin did very, very well indeed for that transfer anyway. And then 286 million spent. We bought in Cruz Fernandez, Camavinga, Larrea, Jan Volta, Alabe, another wonderful signing, Alabe, Serge Robert, Del Bianco, Neco, and Bradley Mayhair. But we recouped £264 million. 14 million for Philip Ludwig, 86 million for Sylvain Berger, 105 million for Ridvan Osmani, who we would then bring back in a season and a half's time. But before that, we bought in Carlos Diaz, Mason Greenwood, Revy, who was superb, Yepes, Matsui, who scored the winning goal in the Champions League final, and Teko as the backup right back. And we sold Dumamu for 32, Bruno Fernandes for 37, Larrea left the club again for 4.6, and Bunga moved to China. And then, here we go. We bought in a few freebies, but Ridvan Osmani rejoined the club. Oscar Cano solidified that centre-back position. Adele gave us the midfield creativity we needed. Sabe played a backup left winger, which is one of the best backup left wingers I think you could have in the world. And Edson Luiz came in and scored some goals up front. And with that, we also sold. We were brutal this season on selling. We sold Serge Robert, Camavinga. Fuzzy joined the Patreon group and went to St Johnstone. Now back at Folkestone Invicta playing in the under-21s or the under-23s. We sold. We lost Mariba. We sold Greenwood. We let out Neco. We sold Diego for 75, raising to £108 million. it was just incredible. Carlos Diaz left. Pablinho left for £102 million, which is ridiculous. But the players we bought in went and won us the Premier League and the Champions League, which is absolutely incredible. 113 million the transfer budget. The save will be going from this exact point. So we've just finished the Champions League final. We have news talking about who's won what in the leagues and stuff like that. We haven't done the end of season team meeting. I'll be putting this file as a downloadable file so you guys can take it on and play it. And if you want to do that, keep me updated and let me know. Let me know down below in the description if you are going to download it as well. In the comments, sorry. That would be really, really useful. Right, and then just to round things off, we're going to have a little quick look at who has won certain competitions because we're rolling into nearly, and probably going to be an hour long this episode. So Spain won it in 2034, England won it in 2030, Spain 2026, Brazil 2022, and obviously France won it in 2018. Unfortunately to say, I wasn't the England manager then, which is really annoying. If we look at the Euros, UEFA European Championship, so it was won by Holland in 2032, beating my English team. It was actually we got a pass win, as you can see it here. No, it wasn't. They beat Spain. Who did we lost to? What? I swear we lost to something. Was it the World Cup then we lost? Hang on. Yes, we came third, didn't we? We lost to Mexico in the semi-final. What a shitbag. Excuse my French. But we yes, and then we went on to the European Championship where we didn't win that either. Hang on, we were Spain, weren't we? We came runners up to Spain we were runners up as Spain to Holland. Yes, that was it. And then so we didn't win that. So the winners there, Portugal won it again 2020, England won it, Portugal again, and then Holland won that as well. The Champions League, which obviously we are currently holders of, was won by Folkestone beating Barcelona in the Ukraine. PSG beating Man United, where we got knocked out by PSG. Liverpool beat Bayern. Liverpool beat Chelsea. Atletico Madrid beat Man City. Liverpool beat Arsenal. Bayern Munich beat Man United. Man United beat Chelsea. Chelsea beat Bayern Munich. Juventus beat Lyon. Bayern Munich beat Barcelona. Lyon beat Liverpool. Man United beat Liverpool. Chelsea beat PSG. Man United beat Liverpool. Man City beat Liverpool. And Liverpool beat Benfica. So Liverpool got to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... 6, 7, 8 finals in this save. That is ridiculously good. And Man United had a bit of a resurgence with the Champions League as well, which was good to see. The Europa League, which obviously has our name on it as well, is currently being held by FC Porto, winning it this year, beating Man United in the final. Benfica won it last year, beating Atletico Madrid. We beat Tottenham in the final in Glasgow. Everton beat Marseille. Leipzig beat Everton. Man United beat Tottenham. Lyon beat Roma. Bayern Munich beat Sevilla. Valencia beat Madrid. Man City beat FC Nantes. Milan beat Valencia. Inter beat Napoli. Tottenham beat Porto. Milan beat Lyon. Arsenal beat Valencia. Bayern Munich beat Red Bull Leipzig. And Arsenal beat Feyenoord to win it in the first year of the save. And then we're going to have a quick look and just see how the Premier League unfolded in terms of winners. Obviously, we did it back-to-back at one stage and came runners-up this year. But from the first year of the save, Man City won it. They beat Liverpool to the title with Chelsea coming second. Liverpool won it in 2020-2021, beating Man United. Man City then won it back in 2021-22. Man United took it off them. Then Chelsea won it. Then Man United did a double over Chelsea. Chelsea won it ahead of Tottenham, who finished second. They won it 3 times in a row. Man City won it twice. Liverpool won it. Man United won it. Then we came on the scene and won it twice in a row, beating Everton in second place. What a crazy season that was. And Chelsea have just won it right there. If you look here, this is what I was on about. Player of the month, Ridvan Osmani. Footballer of the year, Ridvan Osmani. Goal of the season, Bernardo got goal of the season. We didn't get anybody in goal of the season. Top goal scorer, Almeida, Shano Joseph and Baraza. We didn't have anybody in that. Manager of the year was Frank Lampard. Can you believe it? He's still there. Players Young Player of the Year, Ridvan Osmani. Players Team of the Year, we got Osmani and Del Bianco in there, but it's mainly dominated by Chelsea, as you would expect. But yeah, it was all pretty damn good, to be honest. Pretty damn good. Yeah. So Ridvan Osmani got Young Player of the Month. He got Players Player of the Year. And he got Footballer of the Year as well. And Golden Glove went to Leandrinho. Ramos came second. And Bordas for Chelsea came third. But we're going to leave it there. 45-minute episode. No editing. It should just go straight up to YouTube, as easy as it is. But thank you so much for watching, everybody. It has been such a good series. We will holiday 10 years into the future and see how Folkestone have got on after being Champions League winners. Who they replace me with, who he gets on, who he signs, who he sells. Let's skip forward and do that. And that 10-year video will probably come out sometime this week, maybe Wednesday or Thursday, I imagine. But if you're missing your fix of Cultured Left Foot, please come and join in for the Bury saves we do live on YouTube, and we're streaming a lot of F1 over on Twitch as well. If you can come and get involved in that, it will be very good. Twitch.tv/cultured_left_foot. Link is in the description below. Just click on it and then follow me, and you'll get notified whenever I'm going live, which will be absolutely wonderful. If you want to join the Discord where we chat all things football, general stuff, Formula 1, I help one of our patrons try and fix his computer issues quite a lot. Come and get involved. Again, link in the description. But for now, for the last time on the actual Folkestone Invicta save, because the 10-year in advance will be a different one. But yeah, for the last time, thank you so much for watching. What a series it's been. Champions League winners signing off. For now, I'm out. Cheers.